Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to market analysis from elliottsignals.com. It is very important day because of the American elections. We have to discuss some markets over there and try to see what is happening in the next few hours before the announcement and declaration of the elections results. This is the dollar index. This is 1 hour time frame for the dollar index. Dollar index has moving in the form of ABC till the moment. And as we see from this chart, we started from this bottom. This is A, B, and C. Then we have made this impulse to the downside. This impulse actually is not clear enough to consider either an impulse or an ABC. So we can consider it as an impulse or ABC. Anyhow, we are we zoom in and discuss the probabilities of this wave to go either to the downside or to the upside. This is the price has moving from this top to the downside. If we want to consider the prices move to the downside, it moves to the down. If we consider the prices move to the downside, we look to the correction as this. This is an ABC, ABC, ABC. Then impulse moving to the downside, and this is the scenario anticipated once the Republicans win the elections in the majorities of both the Senate and the representatives in the Congress. And what about the other possibilities that we consider if the price is gonna move to the downside? We consider this as an ABC. This is a correction to the downside in the form of ABC. I will show you how things work. Okay, this is A, B, C. This is impulse to the upside, and we have this piece of correction to the downside in the form of a flag. So once the flag is breached from the upper side, we can go long with the dollar index, and we can keep our longs running. I will show you the channel between the channel. Okay, we drew the channel for the price. I will remove everything. Okay. So once the price start to move to the upside, we can consider this. Once the price reaches this area, the upper border of the channel, if we have to watch the price action at this area. Once we see a strong rejection to the downside, we anticipate the price to move to the downside, and we will wait. And the most appropriate position, you can start to build up your sell position right there from this area. Once the price is breaching to the upside, you can keep your trade running. And look, we are then at this case, we would look to a change in the pattern for the movement of the dollar, for the movement of the dollar index. So we have both possibilities are valid in this case. Once it might go in either ways. This is, as you see, is a very clear flag that might push the price to the upside. at this stage, at this area, we might see a rejection to the downside, or we might see continuation to the upside. So both possibilities would be viable at this stage. So we have to show some patience regarding the movement of the dollar index, because I will show you. Okay, we might see consider this as an uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might see a leg to the upside once the fundamentals of the elections were with the Republicans. We might see a leg to the upper side in this uh, case to this board around 97.50. Uh, if the Democrats win the election, I don't think these possibilities will be valid anymore. We shift to the alternative count, which is either the price will continue to the moving to the downside from this area, or it might go to the upper area, forming a channel right there, and the price of moving from this channel to the downside. We shift to uh, other markets. This is regarding the dollar index. We want to move to euro. Euro is the same as dollar index, but in the opposite direction. So we might consider this movement to the downside as an A, B, C, and at this stage, if the fundamentals was uh, against the dollar, we might see a continuation to the upside in the form of ABC that will drag the price again to around 1.18 area. Uh, this is if the fundamentals were against the dollar, but I don't advise anyone to buy the euro unless it breaches this vital trend line for the price. Once the trend line is breached to the upside, we can go long. Otherwise, if we see a rejection from this trend line to the downside, and the price started to move correct, making flags, pennants, triangles, zigzags, flats, we can join uh, the sellers to the downside, and we might see this contracting, a big contracting ending diagonal at this area. Uh, so both possibilities for the Euro USD are still viable at this stage, and I think things will be cleared in the next few hours once the results of the election started to appear. We have to show some patience at this stage, and we should not rush to trades before declaring the result of the elections. So both possibilities for euro is still viable. In the case of fundamental world with the dollar, we can consider this an impulse, and this is as a flag, and we anticipate the price to move to lower area. At this stage, we should watch the price action. If we see a rejection from this area, or this would be contracting diagonal. Otherwise, if the price uh, continue to move to the downside, we might change the whole pattern and the whole count regarding the euro. We move to uh, we move to the bound. At this stage, a bound is pushing to the upside. We will show you something very important in the 4-hour time frames. Let me show you. Okay, we have as you see from the chart, pound is moving correctively in the form of ABC, ABC, and at this stage we have two possibilities for the price to continue to move to this stage and making a regular flat. This is the first possibility if the price making push to this area, and we have another possibility that the price do not move to this area and reverse from this area. We can look at this corrective structure as a running flat. So both possibilities are still viable at this stage, and things will be clear as told you in the next few hours. If we zoom in to move into 15-minute time frames, what can we see? We can see price moving in the next in this form. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3 ABC, and we then consider this correction ABC in the form of expanded flat, and the price is moving to the upside in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we see we might consider this as contracting ending diagonal, and we might see a leak to the downside. In the case of the election result was against the dollar, we the elections was with the dollar, we might see an running flat in the 4-hour time frame for the pound. Otherwise, price will continue to the upside. So if we see a weakness, if we see strength in the dollar, price might reverse from this area. So we have to wait before rushing to our trades. Let's move into to the yen. Okay, the yen is continue to move to the upside. Dollar yen is continue to move to the upside, and the area of rejection, anticipated area of rejection, is this area to make complete ABC in the form and wave C in the form of contracting ending diagonal. So we anticipate the price to move to the upside. And this is the Swiss franc. Swiss franc, as we see from this chart, it is making, this is 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. We are seeing a very clear flag that might push the price to the upside. So we might buy this flag once the price is breaching this flag from the upper side. So we have to wait. Otherwise, if we see a weakness in the dollar, we might see price reversing to the downside. So we have to be more patient regarding this. Let's move into Turkish lira. Turkish lira, as we see, we are drawing our red box from the previous weeks, and we are in this red box, which we anticipate the price to reverse from this area. So we are now we are keeping a close eye to the price action from this area. Once we see an impulse to the upside, once we see an impulse to the upside, clear impulse, then the price started to make our corrective structure. We can anticipate a reversal at least to this area, and if the price it continued to move like this maneuver, we can leave it. We can leave it, and we should not take any decision before seeing a strong rejection, a strong reaction uh, in the form of price action, in the form of impulse going to the upside, and we still have a room for the down movement, for the Turkish lira. So we have to show some patience right there. Once we see our impulse to the downside, we can say that the price has started to reverse from this area. Let's move into to the Dow. As we see from, we are drawing this channel from the last week, and we anticipated the price to reverse from this area. We could go to 4-hour time frame, and we have drawn the trend line right there. Okay, we have drawn the trend line right there, and told you to watch the correction, which has happened which has happened right there. This is the first impulse, to the upside. This is first impulse to the upside. Then we saw a correction in the form of expanded flat. Then the price started to move to the upside, but since the price is not moving very fast, we have another possibility that this will make first leg of the 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. The price is correcting like this before it start to move to the upside. So the price action telling that this movement is not very strong enough to the upside. This is because of the speculators and traders are waiting for the election result. So we have to take both possibilities into our account for this, to consider this as an expanded flat. Then the price should start to move to the upside, or we might see a price moving to this stop and making either regular or expanded flat before it is started to move to the upside. So the general direction for the Dow is bullish. Let's move into the gold and silver. Okay, gold. Actually, gold has the possibilities for moving in both direction. If we draw the anticipated area, we are predicting the price to reverse from this our red box, and the price has moving impulsively to the downside, and then we have an impulse. So we might see both direction are viable for this movement. As you see, this is a flag. We'll see a flag to the moment. If I'll show you. Okay. If the price continue to move at this area to this area and breached this channel to the downside, we anticipate to see more downside movement for the gold to the downside. Otherwise, price once the price is breaching this channel to the upside, we might see a very strong movement for the goal with the to around 130, 1,300 to 1,350, and both, as told you, both possibilities are still vital. So sell position should be built right there, and long position should be built right there. And I think uh, the fundamentals coming in the next few hours will make things more clear. Silver is the same for gold. Price is moving, as you see, is moving correctively, despite that the price did not touch our reversal zone right there, but it might go to the either way. If we have very bad news for the dollar, we can see the price moving to the upside very strongly. If the news were good for the dollar, we might see the price moving to the downside. So as told you, we have both possibilities for both currencies: dollar index for the Dow, for the gold, for major currencies have both possibilities to move in either direction, and the news will determine which direction should be taken in the next few hours. So care should be taken into accounts at this stage, and volatility should be expected at at this time. And currently uh, we should use as low lots as we can. Once the direction of the price is clear and clouds are cleared, we can make our decisions regarding the anticipated next movement. Take care and good luck.